Hello, Andrew Anderson here with Social Media is Here Digital Marketers, and then today we're going to introduce you to the 4 rules of social media marketing. Okay? And I want to share with you the 4 rules of social media marketing that we came up with that we have found help lead to profitable social media marketing. And we're sharing this so that hopefully you can use these rules to help your social media marketing and at least, if nothing else, not shoot yourself in the foot like some of these prime examples that I'm going to give you here momentarily. Like most rules, there is a logic and experience behind them. They are also easy to follow, and as we will see, easy not to follow with some catastrophic consequences. We're going to look at what happened to Starbucks, Macy's, and Netflix when they broke the rules the wrong way, and a fantastic example of how to break the rules the right way that just happened yesterday. First, let us take a look at what the 4 rules of social media marketing are, okay? The 4 rules of social media marketing by Social Media is Here. That's us. Number 1, never get political unless you are involved in politics. Never use anything remotely over the top sexual or pornographic. Never get involved in controversial subject matters, period. And keep your pie hole shut about your personal opinion concerning all the above unless you have a great plan to profit from said violations of the rules. So Starbucks just lost billions of dollars of stock value in one day because they broke rule number 1 and 3 of the 4 rules of social media marketing. Number 1 rule being never get political, and number 3 being never get involved in controversial subject matters. They broke both of them. Typically, unless you really know what you're doing, and this is so rare it's not even funny. When you break one of the rules, you're going to tick off a bunch of people who just happen to be your customers. Okay? Businesses should be like Switzerland and never ever take sides unless you're prepared for the consequences. And only about 1 out of 1,000 do. They just don't understand how to put together a game plan for this. Here's what happened to the stock price of Starbucks the day they broke the rules. Do you see that? That was about a $4 drop. And that, my friend, is north of $5 billion going up in smoke. Not exactly genius level marketing, do you think? Starbucks broke this rule, and it caused them to lose between $5 and $8 billion, and I'll put that in there right now, in market value in just one day. You can Google the incident if you've not heard about it, and no need to really repeat it in detail here. But the CEO basically lost billions of dollars, and I'll put that in there right now, for his company. This hurt every stockholder and employee in the company, including the 90-year-old retired teacher in Des Moines, Iowa, that owns Starbucks in her pension fund. She and hundreds of thousands of other people had a portion of their pension in values taken away from them, all because they broke rule number 1. I would not be surprised to see stockholder lawsuits in the near future on cases like this. So is it just a blip or long-term for Starbucks? Well, since the day that they made their big political announcement, or highly charged one, my highly unscientific observation of local Starbucks near our offices shows me that there are no longer daily lines waiting at the drive-thru blocking traffic on the road that it's on. And I would guess that business may have dropped off by 50% or so. I mean, just based on the traffic. Now, don't take my word for it, but that's just my observations. Now, this might just be a local thing, but then again, maybe not. I've had other people remark that there are no morning snarls by the Starbucks to their relief. So now personally, I roast my own coffee, so I only go in there with clients. So I've not spoken with the baristers or the coffee makers and asked them how much the business has dropped off. But it is noticeable. I mean, there never used to be a parking space there. So let's move on a little bit. The sad point of it is that the whole debacle was totally unnecessary. They did not follow the 4 rules. There was another one this week with Macy's when they decided to drop Ivanka Trump's clothing line, supposedly because of poor sales. But it was widely reported on social media that it was, again, a political move on, as one of the head muckety-mucks was a heavy supporter for the President Trump's opponent, which is Ivanka's dad, obviously. That plus the fact that I'm going to fix this here while I'm here, that plus the fact that her clothing line sales were up 21% last year tend to throw water on their argument. The result was that you had thousands and thousands of people cutting up their Macy's cards and vowing not to shop there ever again. Again, totally unavoidable. Rule number 1, don't get political. You don't need to go there. Finally, we are brought to Netflix. They just did a trailer for a show jumping on a bandwagon of white privilege and basically saying all whites are racist. They had over 1 million, count them, 1 million negative comments on YouTube and supposedly deleted tens of thousands more. Again, look for their stock price to drop and for them to lose a lot of customers. Now, a fifth grader that you or I took 20 minutes to explain Marketing 101 to would get this right, but not the heads of these $billion of companies. No matter how you feel about things, don't do things that are going to tick off a majority of your customers. Now, here's a longer version of the social media is here. 4 rules of social media marketing. And number 1 is never get political unless you're involved in politics. Pretend you're Switzerland, okay? Never use anything remotely over the top sexual or pornographic. Pretend you're a nun. Never get involved in controversial subject matter. Pretend you know better. And number 4, and this is a big one, keep your pie hole shut about your personal opinion concerning all the above unless you have planned out. We'll get rid of this. How to capitalize on it beforehand, and you're not shooting yourself in the foot. This can be done effectively, but it is truly rare. So we have spoken about what happens when you break the rules and you do not know what you're doing. And here's an example of breaking the rules and knowing what you are doing and having a plan. Now, I'm going to talk about Andre Soriano and Joy Vila. Andre Soriano was a dress designer and Joy Vila was a little-known singer. Up until yesterday, 2 social media marketing geniuses that broke the rules and won big time. They went political at the Grammy Awards when they showed up. Joy showed up in a Make America Great Again dress that Andre had designed. She was a little-known singer who skyrocketed from ranking 189,000 on Amazon to number 1 as of this morning. That's overnight. And Andre's dress sales have shot through the roof. I noticed this story a couple of days ago. You can read about it on the Gateway Pundit. If you've never been there before, let me show this to you. It's an off-the-wall website, but there's the dress, and there's a story about Andre and a whole lot more. I'll click on this, and I'll put the link in there if you want to read about it. But it's pretty interesting. And then here's Andre's site for his dresses, and his sales are through the roof too. And they're going to end up, like I said, making millions of dollars because of this. So they did it right. They had a plan. They broke the rules. They got political, and they're selling the heck out of their products, unlike the other bozos that didn't do it right. Now, these two are smarter than the combined billion-dollar marketing brain trust at Starbucks, Macy's, and Netflix combined. Now, that's just my humble opinion. They will both make millions because they had a plan before they broke the rules, because they understood how to break them profitably. In the meantime, please, when in doubt, follow the 4 rules, and your profits will be a lot safer for doing so. That, plus you really do not want to end up as a worldwide example of how not to market your company, do you? But then again, if you're reading this or watching this, you're smarter than the average bear anyway. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Cheers, Andrew Anderson with Social Media is here. Social Media Marketers, let us help you 10x your website with social media and SEO. So anyway, hope you're having an awesome day. And remember, here we go, this highly technical thing. Remember the 4 rules of social media marketing. Okay? Have a great day. Bye-bye.